there has to be this understanding that whatever has happened to you, it's not your fault, and you've always been enough. And there has to be this finding this place of empathy for yourself. But it's not staying stuck in that self-loathing place, because it's deeper than that. It's having this understanding that all of your insufficiencies and all of the wounds that we have are because someone else put that on us, and yet no one else can heal that for us. So we are accountable for our own healing, and we can only inspire each other. No one can do the inner work for you. So you have to get to that. You have to know that in your soul that you didn't deserve that. Whatever things have happened to you, you didn't deserve. And yet it's just the human story. It's just the story. Like, no one gets away from these feelings of insufficiency and these fragments that we have to heal. It becomes like your life story in different ways. I might redo this because I know I'm like really out of it. I'm still getting over being sick. I was listening to Post Malone's music, and I don't know why I was drawn to him, but I thought he was interesting, and his music was so very deep, and I was curious about all the tattoos and why the face tattoos, and I tried to find information about his family, and there's not really anything. And if you listen to his music, it's like all of his songs, maybe not all, but the majority of them are about his struggles with love. And he even speaks on one of them about, he's like, maybe it was a dream or it was just a story that he wakes up in a hospital and the nurse is telling him that the girl that he loves, she's not coming home. And it's like, all of the things he's going through are truly that he feels lost and he wants to come home. And that's what happens with healing, is that you realize that it's like you've always been searching for this home within yourself, and through healing you find God, and you develop this relationship with the divine. And it's like, because right now, like, sometimes it just baffles me how I'm even able to keep going through what I'm completely broke. I'm in credit card debt. Like, I don't know how things are going to keep, what's going to happen. And I'm just having to surrender over and over. But yet I have this like peace within me that there's no amount of money in the world that would make up for that. And he posts back to the music, but he speaks on that too. He said, I would give it all up for peace. But it's like, you do have to give it all up for peace. Like, that's kind of what happens. It's not to say that you can't rebuild. And I just have this knowing that we're gonna get through that. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen, and I struggle sometimes with like holding the vision. I'm not very good at that. Because life is changing so much. So to me, that's a tough one. But nonetheless, like, I know that we're gonna be okay. And that things can shift and change, but I wouldn't be able to do that if I had stayed in the chaos. I'd be on drugs or something like that. I just know, because we are only human. Our nervous system can only deal with so much at a time, and learning breath work and coming back to a place of peace within myself allows me to be in this density, in these harder times, but not be like consumed by it. And I mean, overthinking is a big flaw of mine. I've been in those spirals many, many, many times. I've been in deep fear of scarcity and poverty. Obviously that's why we're in the situation that we're in. So it's like, I've had a lot, it's a lot of fear that you have to move through, but that's the point, is that that's where God comes in, because it's like we have to surrender the ego and to become to this realization that it doesn't, all of these material things, all of these things outside of us that we think are going to keep us happy or keep us afloat are not. And God, we need him. And that takes an immense amount of humility to come to that place and to drop your pride and drop to your knees and say, I can't do this anymore. I need you. And then that's like just the most beautiful and powerful place, because that's the thing. And that's why I guess I love Post Malone's music, because it's so beautiful, but it's like he's literally crying for help in his music, because he's like, I don't know how to get out of this. And he's like, but he recognizes that it's all of the things that he's got attained, he still feels alone. It's still hollow. And I think maybe, I don't know why this came to me too, that musicians probably like, because music connects us, and music is such a, like, when you, I don't know, for me at least, in going to a concert, it's like you feel connected to everyone around you. It's like it opens the heart chakra. And so I think maybe that musicians probably have that, like, you know, they really connect with all of the people, and you feel this beautiful, like, you come into that heart space when you're performing. And that's such a beautiful way to be able to express yourself and connect with others and all of that. But anyway, I don't know why all this is coming to me. I just thought his story was very interesting, and the fact that he understands that if he doesn't protect himself, that he'll be attacked by haters and stuff like that. So it's like he probably doesn't want his life story being exposed and stuff, but it's like, I just found it very interesting. But yeah, it's like, it's this line, because I've been stuck in self-loathing, so I know that in self-pity, and it's like, and I don't want pity from anybody. Like, we know that, like, when you get that reflection, you're like, oh, please don't pity me, you know, like, you're like, don't feel sorry for me, you know. It's like you want people to be there, hold space for you, or like, or you know, tell you you're gonna be fine, or like, give you a pep talk, but not, you know, pity doesn't feel good. So it's the same when we do that to ourselves. It's like it's not a good feeling. And so, and it's a place that we stay stuck in. So, it's moving from that to a deeper place of understanding that you need and deserve healing, and you deserve to feel better, and you deserve to find peace, because